What the fuck? That's better. What was that all about? Anybody sees that on replay, you're going to think there was serious drugs involved. Wow. No intro, no nothing. Because I have no effing prism. And I haven't got the other studio sort of to do this, so I'll give it a little while. Film the dog, you know, all the nice exciting stuff that I know you people love on YouTube. People with their dogs and cat videos. Nobody's sick of those, are they? That's if we even get out of here where I am. I should doubt we will. Beep, 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 beep. But hey there, hey Joanna. So remember, if I do get out, remember to go to live chat. Remember to go to chat settings and take it off of fucking top chat, whatever bollocks they put it on. They put it on the same thing every time. So just put it on to live chat or all messages, depending on which chat you're going into. Otherwise they will censor you. And they even do it to their own creators. So I'm on Prism. It's not on Prism, so no intro, no nothing today. I apologise. I'm still trying to figure out what to do. These studios, to be quite frank with you, are a costly fucking mess. And I realised yesterday in my studio, sorry, Tom Fury Zero News. I realised in my studio yesterday, there was a couple of moments where I literally I raised my voice very loudly. But I was using like I'm not saying that like, right, but it means I raised my voice very loudly because it was something I needed to do yesterday. And when I actually started the stream off yesterday, I tried to start with, you remember the old "Good morning Vietnam"? I started the stream off like that. You see me saying something, and nothing comes out. Nothing comes out the speaker. And I've got to get a decent desktop mic because it was noise cancelling. So it was cancelling me out. And so I heard it today, and I was like, a little bit of it, and I saw a bit of it last night. I was like, fuck. Literally, my opening was cut off. So you just see me, it looks like I don't know what it looks like I'm doing, but it doesn't look like I'm saying "Good morning Vietnam." And somebody in the chat was saying you're going in and out, but nobody else was saying it, so I didn't understand what they meant. But now I do. And that is that because there was a point where I was trying to not talk over Paul, but get his attention. And I kept thinking he was ignoring me. And now in the replay, you can't hear my voice. So, yeah, that's got to be fixed. That's got to be fixed. Even just for normal interviews, contentious or not, that's got to be fixed. So, that's on me. I suppose people want me to give final thoughts, conclusion, all that. So I haven't really got one. You know, big deal. It's just another day in the movement. What I would say is, I gotta say that's a bit unfair of me. What I mean is life goes on. Yeah, there's more important things to worry about. It's been a great soap opera for everybody. But okay, so let me try and put something out there for you then, because I suppose it'd be a bit disappointing to say nothing. So I saw Paul Thorpe did a video this morning, and I actually laughed in good faith today. I laughed at what he said on the video, because he said we've got a ceasefire, and he said but it's about as fragile as one in the Middle East, which I thought was actually quite fucking funny. It made me laugh because he's got a point. He's got a point with certain people. He has, he's got a point. So that did make me laugh. But at the same time, there's something that he did say, and I think this is a little bit more down to the truth. People are so fucking angry in this country. Our emotions are inflated. And so when someone pisses us off right now, it's fucking worse than normal. It's don't get me wrong, there are still those out there that just enjoy all this shit because it's just a game to them, and you can see them. You can see them yesterday jumping between stream to stream to stream when they're supposed to be content creators themselves, just trying to see which bit of drama they could get the most views and whore subs from. And it's like, Jesus Christ, does none of this matter to you? You know, and I told you guys, this wasn't over handbags. I told you, it's not like an I told you so, but I mean, I said there was something underneath it. And people will slate Paul, Dino and Vindicator for the way they were when they first went on that stream, when they went from mine to Vin's. the way they were when they're all shouting at each other. But what people need to understand is from Paul, from Dino, from Vin, and from the other Paul, they had months and months and months of pent-up frustration between all of them to fucking, you know, and when you're faced with someone, finally a man, yeah, because it's different with men, and I don't mean that, it just is, it just is. When you finally face with that, it comes out, and that's what you saw with them last night. And if they hadn't have had that, if they hadn't have shouted at each other like that, then the ceasefire wouldn't have happened. If they had all held back and not said what they really thought for the sake of pleasing a few people that go, oh, please everyone get along, the ceasefire would not, you know, ceasefire is a joke word, but the situation we're in at the moment where we can go back to our own paths and do our thing and, like, you know, not do the soap opera. Yeah, these things are possible now, but sorry, walking up a hill I didn't plan to walk up. So yeah, that, you know, I felt that people, like I say, people are quick to judge. They were quick to judge me having pulled on, then they're quick to judge my performance right before I even started it, quick to judge it in the middle. But I'll tell you what, all fringe people that had taken sides that were doing that, everybody that doesn't have a tribalistic mentality appreciated it just for what it was. They didn't need a winner, they didn't need a loser, they didn't need someone embarrassed and shamed. They just wanted the fucking questions asked and the conversation had that was had. And then it was perfect because I couldn't, you know, I was hoping what would happen last night on Ben's channel would happen, but, you know, hope and prep is not the same as it happening. It was just, will this house of cards fall in the right direction? I didn't know. If the wind blew the other direction, everything's down the shitter, isn't it? So I'm glad that they got on. I'm glad that they shouted and screamed at each other. They needed to. Because otherwise you wouldn't have got what you got at the end, where they actually, you've heard a few apologies, you heard some mutual respect, and you heard some mutual ground, some common ground. That's the ultimate place you're trying to get to, right, in any conversation with people you've got not a lot in common with, or you're arguing with, or whatever else. If you really are in good faith, you're looking to get to that space, aren't you, where all the anger's out, and then you can talk. And that's where I think I got to with him, and I think that's where they definitely got to with him. So I praise everybody involved in that. Dino, Paul, two Pauls, and Vin. And Vin took control of that stream, like, and really made it work. And he won't get the credit for that, but Vin made that stream work. Without him, it just wouldn't have worked, because it would have just been shouting until someone rage quit. Vin actually stopped that from happening, which I was really like, yes, this is it. Now they're going to, you know, so full respect to Vindicator for doing that. You know, people were suggesting it would be a pylon. Vin's not like that. There's no way there was going to be a pylon. So, not a pylon, but a pile on. So yeah, I knew that. Vin's not like that. So it was respectful. And the one thing, the bit of respect I'll give to Paul is 2.5 hours on a live stream, on a contentious live stream, is exhausting. He then went on to another live stream and did the same thing again. It's tiring. I've done it myself. It's fucking tiring. You don't realise. You think, it's just a conversation, guys. It takes so much energy out of you when you're doing it on here. You can't take the breaks you can take in real life. You can't hit the pause button like you can when you're recording. Why your comments keep coming up and they fade away too quickly? I don't want them to fade away. Bad Wolf. Saw some of you comments. So by the way, my comments, I found out not only was I not receiving all the comments, they were literally about 5 minutes behind for some reason. So they all seemed out of context, the ones I did see. So I apologise for that, and apologise for anybody that tried to get my attention that didn't. It wasn't deliberate. I wasn't ignoring you. Literally couldn't see you or was seeing you too late. So, but I want to give Bad Wolf a shout out because he's one of the people I keep forgetting to, and he's brilliant. Go check it. He's on here now. Go check out his channel. Go sub to the guy, he's brilliant, and he also does some great stuff for other creators and that, which, you know, some of you might need, you know. And this is what we do, we scratch each other's back. So give that man some love. Give that man some love. You know, and I think everyone came to peace. You know, I don't know Paul Morris, but I think he came to peace. And you know, I think everybody has. I think there's a guy called Green Arrow. I don't know him. I think his channel's okay. Everyone's okay. So all the people that a few months ago felt the need to fall out with me over all of this, was it worth it? Just for your lack of trust and faith in me, was it worth it? I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. Because anybody could have predicted this would be the end outcome. Don't get me wrong, this is not over. And what I mean by not over is life continues, things evolve. And I hope we don't get back into that cycle again. There's no point Paul promising. No, but you know, we can only hope that that it doesn't. And I don't. At the moment, I don't think it will, because I think from listening to Paul's video, to what Dino was talking about last night, to my own thoughts, and I will come to your comments in a sec, guys. I'm not ignoring you. And to my own thoughts, and that is, my emotions have been higher than normal. I've been taking things a little bit more seriously than I might have done at one point. Getting more upset about things than I was. I'm more emotional than I have ever been on this channel. I've always been passionate, but I've never let my emotions out. And I've taken offence to things that I don't take offence. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to. I nearly did a dad joke then. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I realise that so many of us are highly charged, but that tells me one thing: those people are highly charged. Give a fuck. Those people, creators, that think it's all fun and games. I'm talking about. No, it doesn't matter. You know who, because I saw you already fucking saying the people's names. For a bit of drama, the jumping around, they don't know which stream to steal first, do they? And it's like, that's all it is for them. Just numbers, just drama streams, just, you know. And it's sad, but I do believe it separates people. And like I said, one thing that I got out of it was we're all fucking angry, and we all feel we need some hope. And I think the only difference between some of what we're trying to say is, I think, I don't want to put words in Paul's mouth, but it felt to me at times that what he was trying to say was he'd almost lost a bit of hope, or he'd lost some hope. And again, I'm not putting words in his mouth, that was what I interpreted. If that's not correct, then I could be corrected, but that's what I took. Not that he's completely lost hope, just that he was losing hope. That's how I felt. Maybe because he's been around long enough to be let down more times, you know what I mean? Dino, you know, you can see the frustration of him, of what he wants to do, and what, you know, I feel it, I feel for him. I know how irritated Ben's been, and how irritated so many people I know have been. And I was seeing this thing this morning. I've said to you guys many times, when are we going to hold Keir Starmer account for the human rights violations that he has committed? And I thought I was standing in an echo chamber of one. And I saw these videos released today where there's actually people looking into this now. I forget the sanctioning body they were going to go to. It's like the World fucking Forum for Human Rights or something like that. I can't remember what its name is. But there's people looking into it. I think they're looking, unfortunately, at doing it at the end of his premiership. But nevertheless, I think he's going to, you know what, I thought he was going to quit. But now I'm kind of thinking he's safer staying in power. I think we're going to behead Starmer. I think they're going to take his fucking head off when he gets out of power. So I don't know. But I do know it's him that's increased racial tensions by changing the sentences for different races and things like that. It's him that's creating a gender imbalance by setting men against women, which he's doing. The councils, all the big councils from the cities are now trying, like they're doing in my area, they're trying to buy all the small councils up and not aggressively. Yeah, they're doing it aggressively. They're attacking the council. They're trying to smash them out of the way. I wonder why that would be. I wonder who they're planning to relocate. And they're also trying to smash our communities. They're trying to smash everything. They're trying to, our community is already fucked. Yeah, we already know that. Yeah, curtain twitches and all the rest of it. We now have a serious situation where, we're in this boat, and it's not good, guys. It's really not good. And I don't know how this guy has got away with it. The online safety bill is a fucking breach of everything we stand for. We've lost so much fucking money. I know money's not the be all and end all, but it fucking is when you're in a country that hasn't got enough oil, and then you want to be precious about websites that might be able to make porn, and then might be able to make porn that doesn't include an actual real person's face or body. They're just pixels. They're fucking pixels. They're not real. And I looked at these sites, and do you know the percentage of people making rude pictures on them? About 2%. The rest of them are making anime and just art and like Star Wars, stuff like that. And these sites are banned. You cannot get to VPN. He wants to ban VPNs. He wants your phone in North Korea, Samsung, and people like that. If they want to, I don't know if Samsung can sell there, but anybody wants to sell a phone in North Korea, the government's got software on there. So you can have end-to-end encryption on your WhatsApp, your Telegram, whatever else. It means nothing. Because the phone will send out that information to the government. That's what Starmer wants to do. The safety bill was the first part. That was the Iron Curtain around the UK. That was the Iron Curtain around the UK. Then he fucked the AI. And the second part is to get it on your phones. We don't want you having any privacy, any encryption. If you're an inventor, you can't keep your invention secret. You literally won't be able to send a private email. That's not conspiracy government stuff. It's already happening on certain scales. But this just legalizes it. This just legalizes it en masse. So they do these things anyway, but they do them in smaller batches. But what this allows them to do is make fucking great big data centers that are dedicated to nothing but fucking its own citizens, and not in a good way, So, yeah, we really do need to be concerned. 3 years is a long time, and it's a short time. It's such a frustrating balance. It's a long time because we've got to survive this, but it's a short time because somebody's got, Rupert Lowe, whoever's got to get that many people ready to vote. And I'll be honest with you, I'm supposed to offer hope, right? But I've got to express my fear as well. Because if my fear even makes one extra person vote, good. My fear is that this is going to be a straight, easy Green Party victory for our next election. And remember what I said, easy Green Party victory. I'm listening to people in places like this. I'm listening to people in hospitals, physiotherapists, and I just ask them a bit about politics, but I don't give my position. I don't give my position away. They're talking about the Green Party like it's a centre ground, sensible party that wouldn't do anything stupid and probably got our best interests at heart. They really they mean it. They don't see it as far left. And these people that I've talked to, perfectly normal, not deranged. They're perfectly normal people. They just, I don't think they know I mean, obviously a lot do, but I'm talking about the people I've spoken to. These are normal people that probably might have voted Labour once, might have voted fucking Liberal Democrat. Who knows? Because you can tell they're not fully political people. But Jesus, they're voting for, they're saying they're going to vote for the Green Party. And I'm hearing that a lot more at the moment than I am with Restore. Now, don't forget, Restore has only just launched this a long time ago. But we need as many people as I'm hearing going around talking about the Green Party and all the rest of it. With me, babe, with me. We need talking about Rupert Lowe by the end of this cycle. When we get to the election cycles, we need people talking about Rupert Lowe like that, and we need the Green Party to kind of fall back. They've already fucked up once, but we need them to really hack their own legs out. Or we need to do it for them. Because two danger parties are reform, just reform not because it will win, but because it would just suck votes. And the Green Party, which I could see doing a runaway win. I really could. And this is why I think winning this election coming up is the most important thing that we could do. Because I don't know if we're going to have enough people in the country. Oh, fuck me first. I told you see me fall over sooner or later. I don't know if we'd have enough people in the country another 5 years down the line to win. Because more and more tards are being brought up to believe all this shit. And whilst these people have got power, they've got the narrative. While they've got the narrative, more kids are going to be brought up being told transgender's good. More kids are going to have transgender people going into schools. More kids are going to be told at schools, fuck what your parents think, do what we do. All of this shit continues. The civil service continues to take the piss. Everywhere, the people have their children taken away. Not based on how well they treat their children, based on class. Let's be honest, I've seen the cases. I've seen the cases of some of the people that have had their children taken away, and I've seen the things that they've been told off for on a weekly basis. Bad language, not pronouncing certain words correctly. Parents! All of this woke shit, it's still infecting the young of today. And as a result, if we lose the next election, I hold no shit of a hope for the one after. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I really don't know what the demographics in the country are going to be by that point. Because things are changing fast. People are growing up quick, yeah? People are growing up quick. And this is the atmosphere and environment they've grown up in. And that's the whole point of why have companies been willing to push the woke message and go broke anyway? Why is the government willing to do this and have everybody hate on them? Because they are trying to change the narrative forever. This is called a cultural revolution. They've been trying and they've been succeeding to change our culture, to hate itself, to hate anything British, to hate anything nuclear family. I mean, you know all the tropes. I'm not going to bore you with the tropes you already know. You know what they're trying to destroy. All of these things go. All of these things get destroyed. This is exactly what they've been looking to do. And this is why I truly believe, no matter who it is, Rupert Lowe or whoever, we, the right, need to win this next election. Hands down, because, I don't know, I fear being in this country if we don't. I fear for people who aren't living where I'm living in this country if we don't. But I would also say, in fairness, if I'm being really honest, if we do win, we've also got the very realistic chance of violence anyway. But that is something we have to prepare for and accept. I don't think there's any way of us winning this and coming through the other side without getting a bloody nose, without some suffering. Sorry, just don't. I think everybody needs to realise that people that came before us in this country suffered a lot more. And I think that we're going to need to realise in this country that we're going to have to do some suffering at some point. Not for Starmer, not for any politician, but for each other. And I don't mean 10 years of austerity, I'm talking about for each other. Yeah, for us. And I think there could be some hard times. Not fighting fucking Starmer's wars in Russia, you know. Anyway, sorry, let me grab up your comments. Let me go from forward to back. You almost sound Irish. It's all rigged. Well, true, but what can you do? What can you do? They rig it. If they keep rigging it, then the country will blow up and it will be civil war. So, and the civil war won't go the way they think. So, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't hate myself. I'm a proud English woman. Good. Who generations of family who fought for my freedom in my country. Good stuff. Yeah, blueprints. Oh, it was blueprints, was it? Yeah, the blueprint. Yeah, that's it. Just subscribed to him this morning. A guy called the Blueprint. Brilliant channel. Only discovered it this morning. I think it's similar subscriber base to me, but deserves more, way more. So go give him a look. Thank you for that. It was nice of you. We've all got to have passion, right? We need passion at this time. And you saying that, you're in Ireland, so your passion is no less. Oh, sorry. Do you know what? This time of year, like this time last year, it was so beautiful. I just walk around in a t-shirt. This year, like, it is warm as day. Spring is coming, but Jesus, I keep overdressing, and I'm sweating now. And yet I come out the door freezing. Oh, last year was so good. It was April to fucking September of just warm. I miss it already. Right, let me carry on. Ryanair has been cancelling flights due to fuel issues. I've flown with Ryanair a lot, actually. They get a lot of stick, but I've never had a problem with them. But yeah, the fuel thing is real. It's real. Here's the thing though, there are countries, like America, that are sat on so much oil. They're sat on so much oil. This is all, you realise how much of this is bollocks, right? About us running out of oil. I mean, you realise why we're running out of oil, right? You realise that America, who started this, could bail us all out, don't you? You realise that when I was younger and they were making out fossil fuels were gonna disappear, America smartly bought as many of the fossil fuels that were available as they could, because they knew different. So yeah. Oh yeah, me nearly falling over is a daily event. The fact that it doesn't happen on camera anymore is amazing to me. Country's already fucked. Yeah, well it is, but there's fucked and then there's more fucked. There's fucked and there's unfuckable. So yeah, I wish I could book another holiday, but I don't have the money. Hey, here, now! Come on, in case, I can't see. Line of sight, good girl. Good girl. You don't give a fuck anymore. Well, that's up to you, Mikey B. But I could say that just as easily, and I've got more reason to than you. But the thing of it is, not give a fuck anymore won't stop them kicking your door down, mate. Won't stop you getting stabbed in the street, will it? So give a fuck or not. Nobody cares whether you give a fuck. But I give a fuck, because it's not me I worry about, it's other people. So you not give a fuck, that's fine, that's your choice. But yeah, please don't try to spread that on me. Because I have to give a fuck, otherwise I would quit and I'd leave the fucking country to go with it. So this is a fight to the death or not for me. Or not. And if I start seeing loads of my countrymen saying I give up, I'm out. So need to fight. Sorry about the wind, I'm sorry. I have got a mic with me. I was hoping I wouldn't need it. If it gets bad, tell me. Sorry about that. I see it was earlier on. Is it better? Hopefully it's better now. I'm just going back for your comments. Oh, Jesus. You handled it great. Yeah, you did. Read the room, stopped the things in the track. Yeah, Ben did brilliant. He really did. Would have taken a different path if Ben hadn't shut down the Danny Tomo conversation. I totally agree. That was smart. Also, it was unnecessary to have Danny brought up in that stream. You know, there was so many other things to discuss that Danny Tomo had it shouldn't have been brought up in that stream. So it was good that he did that, you know. It reminds me of the poem, you knew I was a snake before you let me in. You knew I was a worker before you let me in. Told you that 8 years ago. But everybody underestimates me, of course, which is perfect. And I say everybody, I don't mean to disrespect you guys. You know what I mean, right? You know who everybody I'm talking about. If everything was said genuine and heartfelt, it was a good day. I think it was, because I think what you saw was people's raw passions. So I think it was genuine. I think everything you saw on screen was genuine, because it was raw passion. I mean, I was having to hold my passion back, because I didn't want to, again, you know, I'd invited him on for a conversation. You don't have someone on for a conversation and then jump on them, and, you know, so it's difficult. But I was glad that we had it in that format in the end, because I believe it was more productive. Exactly. Peace came, and that's not a bad thing. Questions, expressions, and finally no more shots fired. Right, exactly. Again, who knows for the future? We don't know. Tom, you were the catalyst that caused it, so congrats. Some constructive criticism. Try and stop your guests calling out other creators. Yeah, do you know what? You're right, Bad Wolf. The problem was, you probably didn't see the beginning of the stream. What I didn't know until last night and this morning was there was literally times when I was going, Pooh! 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 You can't hear it. My own microphone cancellation was cancelling me out. So when the stream started, I started out with, Good morning, Vietnam! And all you see is my mouth moving. You don't hear any of it. So there's loads of spots in there where you can't hear me laughing, you can't, so yeah, I didn't know that was a problem until today. So I was using my other mic, but I've got to get a proper desktop mic. Fucking, the thing is, paying for these studios, these fucking mics when you're trying to start again. But you're right, it's good constructive criticism. I think the strike has been withdrawn, if I'm understanding it. I think the strike has been withdrawn. Don't quote me on it, double check that. Thanks, Beats and Tapes, I appreciate that, mate. Thank you, buddy. Oh God, there's always someone there. Paul Forbes won and you were all submitted to it. No, what you mean is, you didn't want us talking, so you're throwing your toys out the pram because it pissed you off. That people are talking, that you are enjoying the drama of more than anything else. That's what you really mean. Why don't you just say what you mean? Oh, I want the drama. I want you lot shouting at each other. I don't want you speaking to each other because my own personal hatred towards Paul Thorpe trumps everybody else's. Fuck off, loser. Seriously, like, do you honestly think, I know things have got nasty, but do you honestly think all us creators came on here for this? Even Paul, do you think any of us came on here for this? You know, fuck off, please. Sorry, no disrespect to anybody else, yeah? But wake up. It's like I said to Paul on the live stream yesterday, I wasn't joking. Look at my subs, guys. I've gained, what, 80 subscriptions? Already lost about 12 this morning. What did I say in my live stream? Right, these doing subscriber grabs is a daily game you have to play and be a real piece of shit at it. I just can't do it, guys. I just can't do it. People sub, they leave. All I can do is create content and hope they stay. But yeah, for the people who think I was clout chasing, well, look at my channel now. Is it over 1,000 subscribers? Which, if I was really pulling in that many numbers, it would have done. It would have got straight over 1,000. No. Has the live stream broken all my records? Yeah, for this new channel that's been going since, December? But not for any of my other channels, no, not even close. So, no, it was a genuine conversation. Which is why it was a bit awkward at times, because genuine conversations create that, don't they? You know, yeah, my only wish was that my mic was working a bit better, but other than that, I'm happy with things, simply because there's always things you wish you could go back and do better. Wish the mic was working better, all this other stuff, but look at the end result. All that matters is the end result of how everybody ended up talking. And what was so disappointing for me, if there's anything that was disappointing, not much, because when they're all, I'll be honest, when they're all shouting at each other, I was laughing my fucking head off. But at the same time, hoping they would get to a more productive space, but I was fucking crying with laughter. I was crying with laughter, because it was funny. But you're seeing all that frustration come out after months, though, you know? So I didn't blame anybody, it was funny, as a spectacle, you know? But, it fucking was, wasn't it? But what disappointed me is the amount of people, creators, and people like that jumping in and out the streams, slagging off just about everybody, and really just trying to get attention for their own channels. And it's like, if they really believe the things that they say about us unifying, not arguing, all the rest of it, why would they be stirring shit up? Why would they be constantly trying to stir shit up? Even now, even today, between us all, I know that people have been trying to stir stuff up. Paul said this, no he didn't. I know for a fact. Paul said this about you after the stream, no he didn't. Oh, Vin said this about you, no he didn't. And you know, and it's happening even today. people are still trying it. And it's like, and some of these are creators. I just want you to know, I'm not going to name them, but some of these people are creators. They don't want us. No, it's not they don't want. Sorry, I'll take that back. It's not they don't want. They don't give a fuck about our country. Because I think they can just sit on the internet and watch the country be saved or not safe for them. And they think they're in some little bubble that's going to be safe. They're the ones that are going to get the biggest, rudest awakening. So yeah, it's always the people, you know, that want to, literally, there was like, at one point there was like 3 live streams going, and all the chats had all the same people in on 3 chats. Yeah, so, you know, and all saying something different in each chat. It's almost like they were going, I agree with you, and then going on to the other one and going, no, I agree with you, and then going on to the other one and going, I agree with you. What is wrong with people? Are they just like fishing to see which one might give them a pat on the head or something? I don't get that. I don't get that. Like, if I did that, you'd think I was a sellout, quite rightly. Yeah, crazy. People talk about clout chasing. These people just trying to create drama. These people just trying to latch on to something that, let's put it frankly, had absolutely fuck all to do with them, trying to attach themselves to it. Like it was some, you know, yeah. And again, if it was about the country, I wouldn't even mind that. But it was just for the drama. Because I think maybe when these people were involved, not only does it make them feel important, get some 20 subs or whatever, so they think they can drive the narrative. You know, it's sad. But, you know, anyway, enough moaning. It was mad, man. It was fucking funny. It was funny. Hey, Dave. The chat 2 days ago when Vin and Dino went on GA's live whilst being on their own was funny too. Yeah, exactly. So you know exactly what I'm talking about then. I can see attacks will double down from the left and reform. Absolutely. Hopefully the wind's better now. I'll get myself into a dip in a second in case. Hey Babs, good to see you. Yeah, I think you're right about the attacks, but that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, and I've been struggling for breath on this walk, and I never struggle for breath on my walk, so I don't know why I'm struggling for breath today. I don't smoke. Well, that's not true. I have a vape, don't I? But you know what I mean. I don't, you know. But yes, it's stopping me from getting out the words I want to get out. Sorry. Thorpe has been hounded. Sorry, I'm trying to. Well, you can see it whichever way you want to see it, but I know what I did. If you want to believe that Paul's the puppet master, you give him that credit, but it's unearned, and you seriously underestimate me, and that's fine, because that's what enabled yesterday to happen. So you keep saying things like, Paul got you all where he wanted you. If you believe that, you carry on, because that keeps the narrative intact. So the next time I try some shit, you'll buy it again. So that's fine. I'm used to it. I've done this party before. This is not my first rodeo. You know, I've had the big channel, I've had all that bollocks. I don't care anymore. I just care about doing the right things. That's it. Just doing the right things. And if doing the right things, saying the right things gets people on here, brilliant, fantastic. We can fight together. That's what I want. I want us to fight together. You know? And look, no, in terms of like politics, people like me, Paul Thorpe, but other people, we're still not aligned. Not even close. But there's certain things I can see that we want the same. But yeah, you know, but the point of it is I think that, as I tried to show you the other day with the viewing figures, as much as the public said they don't want it, the viewing figures show you that they're going for the drama. And I think that's what made me and other people realise, shit, maybe the creators need to stop this, because the audience ain't going to. I thought they would, but they weren't going to. I know some people did, but do you know what I mean? It's got to be an en masse thing. So glad we did it the way we did. I've got no regrets. So I said I wasn't going to do a conclusion, didn't I? And I've done one. I've got no regrets. I thought it was good. You know, I could have done better, but I also could have done fucking worse. It came out good at the end of the day. Everybody's sort of in ceasefire mode and sort of recalibrating back to what we're supposed to be doing, which is, and don't get me wrong, like I say, it had to happen because there was ideological and political arguments there, and they're not over. I think somewhere down the line we're probably all going to end up arguing about this politics again. Do you know why? Because we're going to be getting closer and closer to that general election, and people are going to be saying things, and they're going to be getting emotional or passionate. So somewhere down the line, probably some people are going to clash again. Hopefully not for a while, and hopefully not over the stupid shit. You know, but yeah, people will clash again. That's politics. When you're in the political sphere, if everyone's agreeing, you need to worry. You know, you need to worry. Even Paul said it on his stream this morning, I think. You know, if you believe in sort of democracy and that, and then fucking let everyone have their opinion. That includes Paul as well. But he did say in his stream he wasn't innocent in all of this. So I you know, I've got to give him that credit. He did say that. So none of us are. So brilliant. That's a great starting block to see how long we can make it last before we shoot each other down again. What would you give it? A day? 2 days? I'm joking. Alright, let's have a catch up. My post is not a criticism of you, of Vin and Dino. Keep up the good work. Oh, I know it's not. Do you know what? I've seen your posts and I wasn't sure how to take you before, but I realised when I was reading your post, you're actually being really cool. So no, you're good, mate. You're good. You just say what's on your mind, and I appreciate that. I respect that totally. God, I'm out of breath. God, guys, I've done this live streaming and I never get out of breath. Yeah, ever. Oh shit, fuck. Guys, I've got to go, yeah, I've got to go. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry about this. Yeah, I'll listen, I will come back to the rest of your comments afterwards. I can't catch my breath, I need to get off of here. Talking's not helping. I'm Todd Fury, this is Zero News, call it day for now.